What's a TNA Slammiversary? Never heard of that. Well, guess what? I still haven't heard of it still as of today. Slight exaggeration, to say the least. What is going on, everybody? Welcome over to Lucas Lemons on YouTube and all audio platforms, which in full-fledged, basically like non-wrestling review or non-wrestling news topics or anything else. Basically, standard wrestling type of YouTube video we normally do. Let's be uploading podcast platforms like Spotify, iHeartRadio, Amazon Music, and etc. to say the least. It's your div. We'll be ranking every single WWE Women's and Raw Women's Champions. Every single one's going to be ranked in this very upload. So there you go. I'm going to get that right out the way. I'm just fucking mega tired, bro. I'm my stomach is shit's creek all fucking day. Don't know what the fuck it is, don't really want to fucking know, to say the least. That is what it is to say. Just finished eating dinner is probably another reason why I'm feeling like shit. Every time I fucking eat dinner and I eat afterwards, the aftermath afterwards, hits me like it's no tomorrow, to say the least. Not that I throw up or anything, I don't do that, honestly. I haven't done it in a couple of months and everything. It makes me almost a year, honestly. Good to hear that, honestly, to say the least. I didn't do a spit, but you get the point. I must not be disgusting on this podcast, shall we? It is what it is, people. Let's get right into your list and introduction, shall we? Follow me on social media, Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok, Lucas E. Allen. Facebook is still technically No Limits to Lucas. You watch on Facebook. Watch on Facebook. Watch on YouTube. Hit the like button on today's video. Hit the subscribe button if you haven't already. Turn a bell for post notifications. Leave a comment on YouTube what you think of my list here. For all 13 said wrestlers, and spoiler 13 wrestlers, the list on this list is at least. Watch on Spotify. Leave me a 5-star rating on Spotify. It helps the podcast grow immensely. You're watching. You also leave a comment on Spotify if you think of my rankings here. Watching any other audio platform. Hello, people. I'm a crazy lunatic, to say the least. Let's get right into your list, shall we? To start off. We have 13 women to rank on this list. The first champion we're going to rank anybody necessary. Order on it, obviously, until I get to my rankings, obviously. The people we're going to rank is Charlotte Flair, has 6 championships out of this Raw. I think it's the Raw Women's Championship, thank God, not the actual WWE Women's Championship. Kind of shocking, I know there. We're also discussing my girl, the lovely Mercedes Moné / Sasha Banks from Pacific here. She has 5 of them, and not with one single title reign, she successfully defended this championship. Oh, how pain times I was a Sasha Banks / a Mercedes Moné fan back in 2016 and so on and so forth. And so that's 2017, you fucking name it, people. Don't get me started after that in 2018 bullshit. Don't get me started, bro. Don't get me started. The reason why I like this job now, honestly, is Mercedes Moné. It's a different story, people. Complete 180 from Sasha Banks, Mercedes Moné, booking wise for both WWE and AEW. Let's discuss her, honestly, her 5 championships. She won in this type of shit. Get the point. Obviously, all Raw Women's Championships, obviously. We'll also be discussing Bayley, who has 1 Raw Women's Championship and also one WWE Women's Championship. She won at WrestleMania 4 against Iyo Sky. Dumbass me. Also, some Alexa Bliss, who has 2 Raw Women's Championship reigns to her in this resume. Also, Nia Jax, who has 1 Raw Women's Championship and 1 WWE Women's Championship. Also, I gotta be sadly discussing Ronda Rousey and giving her flowers here. We're gonna be discussing Ronda Rousey's Raw Women's Championship reign. But I'll be honest, people, one of the more memorable title runs in recent memory for women's wrestling. Gotta be honest, man. Gotta be quite honest. I don't like Ronda per se. I absolutely can't stand Ronda Rousey. At least I gotta give her credit for her first run in World Wrestling Entertainment. We should under SmackDown Women's title run. I got back on July 8th of 2025. Go back and go check that video out if you missed it already. If you haven't missed this, at least. This is an awful reign that was. But it's the complete opposite for the Raw Women's Championship here. They also have some Becky Lynch, who has 2 Raw Women's Championships, her resume. Also, Asuka has, I believe, 2 Raw Women's Championships, and also including 1 WWE Women's Championship. Also, Rhea Ripley, who has 1 WWE Women's Championship. Also, Nikki Ash / Nikki Cross, right now in the Wyatt 6. Complete opposite characters, you get the point. Nikki Ash, or I call her Nikki Ash. Like the real name is Nikki Ash with this. But I like to call her Nikki Ash because like gimmick was fucking ass. You want me to say? What do you want me to say, people? Discuss that. Discuss her reign. It's just dog shit reign up in proportions. Let's go to Bianca Belair, the glorious EST, with one Raw Women's Championship and one WWE Women's Championship. Didn't last more than 5 minutes, it felt like. She also got catched by the next champion on this list, Iyo Sky. Obviously, one WWE Women's Championship. And finish off with your current WWE Women's Champion, Tiffany Stratton. So that's list got ranked, people. It's glad you joined, maybe. So I just want to say is, with this, well, don't say this year's, honestly. It's just like this on your video. We're ranking every single WWE Women's and Raw Women's Champions list of all time, to say it at least. Go on today's video / podcast, to say it at least. By the way, I also want to get this out the way. We're also be doing your NXT Women's Champions rankings as well. Probably, honestly, tomorrow. Wait and find out what my schedule looks like on anything else, to say it at least. My personal life as well. I might do an upload tomorrow. I'm waiting to keep out. No, subscribe and notify on YouTube, and also follow me on social media, Twitter. Lucas Young, like I said, I'm going to do the NXT Women's rankings for sure. Let's get in last place, number 13 on this list. And drumroll, please. Number 13 is Nikki Ash. I'm sorry, Nikki Ash. Let's just call her Nikki Ash. Not because they can't stand Nikki Cross. A lot of like her as a professional wrestler. But let's be honest, her superhero cosplay fucking superhero gimmick was fucking ass, no pun intended. Then she had to take a villain role as a heel. Like, it was fucking awful, bro. It was fucking awful. When you think of the Wyatt Six right now, they're booking wise and completely understand with that. But dude, what is with the fucking Vince McMahon? People will say you miss Vince McMahon as a full-fledged wrestling booker. Just look at Nikki Ash, and you should wonder why wrestling fans, most wrestling fans, not like the stupid ones, like the Vince McMahon fans, don't want Vince McMahon back in World Wrestling Entertainment, WWE. By far the worst Raw Women's title reign of all time. And I can't even tell you she hold it for one. She won it like the Raw after Money in the Bank. And ultimately dropped that title back to Charlotte Flair at SummerSlam. I'm like, what the fuck was the point of that? Well, what the fuck was the point, bro? What the fuck was the point? Just embarrassed Nikki Cross. I think she came up with this gimmick, but this is like 10th on her list because she was not being used at the time with Vince McMahon and WWE. She was desperate as fuck to get on television. She came up with this, and I'm gonna not say I blame her per se. It is what it is, to say the least. And she comes in last place, number 13. Number 12. Drumroll, please. Number 12 is Rhea Ripley. Look, she held a Raw Women's / WWE Women's Championship. Yes, she has, actually. She beat, Asuka at WrestleMania 37 for said Raw Women's Championship. We don't know about that. Probably people should know about that. But she's more memorable for her SmackDown Women's title reign / WWE Women's World title reign. But my God, bro. This reign she had with the Raw title was non-existent. It was better than Nikki Ash. It was wrong, but barely. Barely, bro. So she was nothing but feeling with Asuka and Charlotte Flair, and like they ultimately get the title back to Charlotte Flair eventually. I was at Money in the Bank, and then Nikki Ash cashed in the day after Raw. Like, it was so fucking stupid, people. It was fucking beyond terrible booking. But this reign was just not great. As most of these Raw Women's titles was not great. Unlike a select few, we're going to get into the top 5, basically, maybe even top 3, honestly. There was not a lot of great Raw Women's Champions / WWE Women's Champions as well. Rhea Ripley comes in as number 12. Moving on to number 11. Drumroll, please. Number 11 is Nia Jax, who held a Raw Women's Championship in 2018, won at WrestleMania 34 against Alexa Bliss, and also a WWE Women's Championship from last year in SummerSlam. She beat Bayley as well. Nia Jax comes in number 11. She had not had any good runs whatsoever, said Women's Championships. That's the Raw or standard WWE Women's Championship right now. Not good whatsoever. Did she have a few good matches? I would say she had. Like, she had a couple matches with Naomi I liked. But still, that's about it. It's about it, honestly. And then also Tiffany Stratton feud was not that great, but the matches were okay. But it is what it is. I'm not the biggest fan of Nia Jax. I don't like Nia Jax whatsoever. I think she's vastly improved since coming back to WWE in 2024 and 2023. But still, I'm not a fan of Nia Jax whatsoever, in all honesty. She comes in number 11, to say the least. We're grateful she's not number 12 or 13. Moving on to your top 10. Number 10. Drum roll, please. Number 10 is the current WWE Women's Champion right now, Tiffany Stratton. Yes, your current WWE Women's Champion right now, Tiffany Stratton. This reign has not been great at all either. Like, ever since she won the championship, the first SmackDown of being 3 hours in January of this year, what has she done? What has she done? I'm not saying blaming her per se, like normal, like some weird wrestling fans are. Especially as a Charlotte Flair feud, I'm not blaming her per se. What has she done? As a Tiffany Stratton honest fan, I love Tiffany to death. What has she done with that women's championship? Not her fault, obviously. It's Triple H's fault. But what are we doing here? She's feuding with Nia. She's feuding with Nia Jax. Trish Stratus match didn't mind whatsoever. Might be a hot take to some people. I didn't mind the match whatsoever. The Charlotte match was not that great per se. The feud was absolutely ass. I mean, the match was okay. It was decent. A major voice crack, go figure. But still, you get the point. She comes in number 10. She's done nothing with this women's championship. It's not fault her. It's obviously Triple H's fault for sure. She comes in number 10. Moving on to number 9. It pains my soul to put her at number 9. But it's good old Vince McMahon vortex for you people. Drum up, please, though. Number 10 is my girl, the lovely Mercedes Moné in AEW, with the former Sasha Banks in WWE, who had 5 of these titles. She only comes in number 9. The reason why that's the case, you might think, oh, Lucas, she has 5 championships. You'll think she's better in the top 5, right? Absolutely not. Just because she's my favorite wrestler right now, male or female, maybe a hot take to some people. Just because she's my favorite wrestler means that he doesn't get constructed criticism. Not that I'm blaming her with these reigns. It's obviously Vince McMahon for you. It's obviously classic VKM for you. Like, just because she's my favorite wrestler means she has a scot-free hand to be number 1 or 2. Just like the next one, I'll get into in a minute. So she's number 8. We'll get to her in a minute, though. But Sasha Banks never had 5 championships as Raw title, not one successful defense of either one reigns. She had 3 times dropped the title back to Charlotte Flair, and 1 time to Alexa Bliss, and 1 time to Asuka. It's the only one I didn't mind, honestly. But still. Her reigns were not great, and not good whatsoever. I might be putting a little bit generous for number 9. That's because it's not her fault. Sasha was one of the best wrestlers in the world, still to this day is Mercedes Moné. That's just Vince McMahon for you. That's just Vince McMahon for you, people. For idiots that want him back, just look at the treatment of Sasha Banks that he did for her. Nothing but fucking vortex fucking bullshit, to say the least. You wonder why Mercedes wanted as much creative control. I think she has that. I'm not even sure she does. You wonder why she has much creative control in AEW if that's the case? That's probably reasons like Vince McMahon did to her, bitches, to say the least. The fuck is wrong, you people? Just saying. Not that I'm saying she has creative control, like I said. Just saying, Joe. It's a different story for another day, to say the least. She comes in number 9 as lovely Sasha Banks. My girl, to say the least. This last Mercedes Moné. Moving on to number 8. Drum roll, please. Number 8 is Charlotte Flair. Just like Sasha Banks, if not, she had more of these reigns. She believes she had 7 women's championships or Raw women's championships to her belt with this. Just like with Sasha, what the fuck? How many title reigns she had to have and ultimately drop to eventually ultimately get it right back anyways. If not the next reign or reign after, to say the least. That's like I said, Vince McMahon booking for you. That's the only reason why I didn't like Charlotte Flair back in those types of eras. Because of Vince McMahon booking, bro. Shoving everybody down their throats. I've appreciated more now over the years, honestly. Obviously. But still. The treatment of Charlotte was not great whatsoever. Having her end reigns like Mercedes, Sasha Banks, and women like, I don't know, Asuka is another one comes off the bat. And Rhea Ripley's, and so on and so forth, to say the least. Not that I hate Charlotte. I don't hate Charlotte. I actually appreciate, like I said, a lot more over the years. Appreciate a lot of work right now with Alexa Bliss in the tag team, to say the least. But back in that 2016 era, after that, up until 2022, I believe. Not great. Not a big fan of Charlotte whatsoever. But she comes in number. I really thought she was a great professional wrestler. I just didn't like her at all. Now I gotta appreciate her much over years, to say the least. So Charlotte Flair comes in number 8. Moving on to number 7, another horsewoman, to say the least. Gentlemen, please. Probably guess who it is. And no, dipshit's not Becky Lynch, people. It is the other horsewoman, not named Mercedes and Charlotte Flair. And number 7 comes in as Bayley. Now, she had a very decent first Raw Women's Championship. I don't say it was that great per se. She dropped the title fucking terribly to Alexa Bliss in an awful match at Payback. I don't even start with that shit. And then a match following that, and a kendo stick on the pole match. Oh, God, I'm going to throw up just to even realize looking at that again. That was not like Alexa Bliss and not liking that 2018 era, but I got a lot appreciated, a lot even more, probably so in Charlotte. Over the years. Alexa's one of my favorites right now, believe it or not. It's a complete 180 compared to this Bayley match she had in 2018 or 2017, I believe. Complete opposite of a 180, man. Put like a 360 in your face, to be saying at least, people. That's complete 180 for Alexa Bliss. I appreciate it for a lot of that. But Bayley comes in number 7, and now she had a bad Raw Women's title. The Women's Championship right now, that she won at WrestleMania 40. Not great whatsoever. And that's Triple H for you, bro. Triple H. Like, the best WWE Women's Champion on this list comes in the next one, number 6. Or actually, no, it's number 5. You don't count the next woman to be double champion and everything. She had more title reigns and not the Raw title compared to the WWE Women's, so you get the point with that, to say at least. But Bayley comes in number 7. She had a great Women's Championship reign. She had an okay Raw Women's title reign. She's more notably known for her SmackDown Women's title reign. We discussed that on July 8th. We always shout out to Bayley. Bayley is a freaking gem of professional wrestling for sure. Still to this day, obviously. She comes in number 7. Then on to number 6. Gentlemen, please. Number 6 is Iyo Sky, who won this championship at SummerSlam by beating Bianca Belair in 5 minutes, to say the least. Obviously for a Money in the Bank cash in at SummerSlam. What do you say about Iyo Sky? She had a decent, I'm going to say it was a great Women's Championship run. She held the title for going to WrestleMania and dropped the title to Bayley, like I said, the last one of all. But she had the worst reign, not the best reign now. She's right in the middle of the pack, to say at least, for her Women's Championship reign. She had a great match, I believe, with Asuka and Charlotte Flair, and also a great match with Asuka one-on-one. And then the match with Bayley at WrestleMania was really good. Alright, that's all I can give you for that reign, to be honest. That's Triple H for you, to say the least. But Iyo Sky comes in number 6, and I feel like it's a very valid ranking, to say the least. This where it gets a little bit better, to say the least. We're going to discuss number 5 right now. Jump up, please. Number 5 is another Japanese woman, Asuka. The Empress of Tomorrow. But Asuka comes in number 5, man. She had 2 Raw Women's titles she defeated, I believe. Who did she beat for the first one? No, she won from Becky Lynch because, yeah, that's right. She won from Becky Lynch. She won the Money in the Bank contract, and Becky Lynch had to go out for a pregnancy with her child and everything. So that's why the Money in the Bank contract technically went to Asuka. I sound a complete weird, I'll be honest, it's what it is. I don't mind that whatsoever. And her second one, she defeated Sasha Banks. So I said, what was it, SummerSlam of 2021? Or was it 22? No, it was 2020. It was, pandemic year. Can't fucking speak today. And she went back from Sasha after Sasha won a title Extreme Rules, I believe. Yeah, Extreme Rules. Wait, no. What's the Raw after Extreme Rules? I forgot what the fucking match it was. I think it was on a Raw episode, the main event. Because that's like Bayley took out Kairi Sane, basically ended Kairi Sane's career in WWE for like about 5 years after that, to say, or 4 years after, 3 years, I don't have to fucking know, people. So basically when she came back as Kairi Sane when Triple H took over creative. Well, Asuka comes in number 5 in her WWE Women's Championship. She won, I believe, against Bianca Belair. Was that Nia Champions, I believe, of 2023. Also, he drops out back to Bianca Belair at SummerSlam that year. In 5 minutes, now so he went to Iyo Sky right after the Money in the Bank cash-in. So she was not the greatest championship reign. She kind of might be generous putting above Iyo and maybe Bayley to a point. But I'm going to keep it right now. It is what it is. Asuka comes in number 5. Now on to your top 4. Almost done with this list, people. Number 4. Number 4 is Alexa Bliss. Probably spoiler, probably on Twitter, obviously, it's top 4. It is what it is, like I said. Alexa Bliss she had a lot of defenses with this Raw Women's title. She was not like a great champion per se. I like the goddess gimmick a lot. But she's kind of like Charlotte to a point. Obviously, like, I'm not going to say it's her fault whatsoever. It's more Vince McMahon, obviously. But kind of like Charlotte's like stealing like more titles than did not for women's like Sasha, like Bayley, like Sarah, say at least. Like Nia Jax even to a point when they should want to like Money in the Bank. Not that I'm blaming Alexa per se, and definitely not her fault. And like I said, one of my favorites are a complete 180, man. I used to never like Alexa Bliss. Now let's take a complete 180 view of one of my favorites, honestly. So shout out to give Alexa credit where credit is due for that one. Ever since she combined herself with Bray Wyatt, to say at least, with great Bray Wyatt, missed a lot, to say at least. Alexa Bliss comes in number 4. And on to your top 3. Drum please. Number 3 is sadly gotta give someone flowers I can't stand about real professional wrestling in still year 2025. Ronda Rousey. I gotta be honest, her Raw Women's title, her first go around with WWE was freaking great, I felt. Like, she had a lot of good matches, like Alexa was very good, Nia Jax to a point, even she'll be Nia a lot, honestly. And like the Sasha Banks match at Royal Rumble 2019. But you forget that probably her best match she had of that whole reign. Go to show you, Sasha was always the best women's wrestler in all the world that year. Or what in the world to say, at least then, and still is probably at least one of the best in the world right now. I think she is the best still to this day. I'd be biased, but I don't give a flying fuck, bro. It's my opinion. But Ronda Rousey comes in number 3. And she had a very fun title. She elevated a lot of women in that championship run, the Raw Women's title. So gotta give her credit, man. The first run was great. Second run, not so great whatsoever with the SmackDown title. The complete opposite, like I said. She comes in number 3, to say at least. And moving on to your top 2. Go show you this. What is, by the way, the second place is the second place of the SmackDown / Women's World title run. But let's give number 2. Gemini, please, to say at least. Number 2 is Becky Lynch. Like I said, she was number 2 in my WWE Women's World Champions / SmackDown Women's Champions list. She also was number 2 in the Raw and WWE Women's Championship. She held the title, I believe, 3 times. Of the Raw title, 1, I think it was 3. Was it 2? Yeah, she held the Women's Championship right now. She was the World Champ, Women's World title. But not the actual Women's Championship right now. She maybe held this championship, the Raw Women's title, at least 2 times, so. And yeah, she had a lot of great matches. Like the first one with Sasha Banks, the Hell in a Cell, and Clash of Champions was great. I prefer Sasha win. That's a story for another day. And matches the Lacey, the fight she won at WrestleMania, it was complete terrible until Sasha Banks came back and at the Raw after SummerSlam. And then after that, got a lot better with the Asuka match after Sasha, say at least. And my matches like her and Charlotte against Asuka and Kairi Sane, believe as well. There you go. Gotta give credit. Plus, the second Raw was obviously better than the first one. With the Raw, so it's a match with Bianca Belair at WrestleMania. Liv Morgan's match was freaking very good. Elevated Liv Morgan a lot, probably still to this day. But you get the point. Becky Lynch comes in number 2, and it's a pretty decent ranking, I feel, for sure. She's number 2 in the Women's World title and SmackDown Women's title. Now she's number 2 of the Women's Championship and Raw Women's title as well. No, it's number 1, man. I can probably guess who the fuck this is, to say the least. Gentlemen, please, though. Number 1 is Bianca Belair. Lucas, you only held this championship for twice. And plus, she lost the women's championship less than 5 minutes. I understand that, people. But Bianca comes in number 1, man. She had a lot better matches the Raw Women's Championship compared to the SmackDown Women's title she had. But still, man, Bianca, let's give her credit where credit is. She had matches with Carmella, was very good, honestly. Matches with Asuka, I'm trying to make WrestleMania matches. But say at least, Bianca had matches with Asuka, was very good. Matches with Carmella, believe it or not, were pretty good. And Becky Lynch, and so on and so forth, to say at least. Let's give Bianca Belair flowers, man. I'm not saying I hate Becky Lynch. I love Becky Lynch. But she's not number 2. She's not number 2. She's not number 1, though. It's Bianca Belair. Well, here we go. Number 1, to finish off this list, to say at least, we're repeating the rankings. Number 13, Nikki Ash. Number 12, Rhea Ripley. Number 11, Nia Jax. Number 10, Tiffany Stratton. Number 9, my girl, Sasha Banks. That's Mercedes Moné. Number 8, Charlotte Flair. Number 7, Bayley. Number 6, Iyo Sky. Number 5, Asuka. Number 4, Alexa Bliss. Number 3, Ronda Rousey. Number 2, Becky Lynch. And number 1, Bianca Belair. That is my ranking every single WWE Women's Champions / Raw Women's Champions list. Thank y'all for watching. Lucas Limas on YouTube and all audio platforms. You're ranking every single WWE Women's and Raw Women's Champions list. Today being Sunday, July 20th, 2025. I believe I'm going head-to-head with the pre-show for TNA Slammiversary. I know, people, I'm a crazy man. Like, Lucas, you're not watching Slammiversary? Who the fuck cares about TNA in 2025? And trust me, I know AJ Styles is going to be on this show. I heard he's coming back to TNA, and I know I actually love that. Probably the only thing I regret not watching, probably going to catch a clip, honestly, on Twitter or YouTube, to say the least. Probably catch on a clip on YouTube or whatever, bro. That's how much I didn't care for this. Maybe JCJ and Master Slamish could be very good. Maybe a triple threat match with Trick Williams, Joe Henry, Mike Santana could be good. But honestly, after that, I don't care. And it showed for you that the NXT show this past Tuesday night showed you mean nothing to watch TNA Slammiversary. That's how much I didn't care, bro. As much as I did not care for at all. That's the story in itself, to say at least. But thank y'all for watching, choosing me to watch, and if you're watching live, obviously, a couple minutes after I upload the podcast, obviously. But thank y'all for watching. You're ranking every single WWE Women's Champions / Raw Women's Champions list. Like I said, let me know on the YouTube and Spotify comments what you think of these rankings. Like a little bit all the lists of said women that were ranked on this list in the description below on YouTube and all audio platforms on Spotify and everything else you get your podcasts as well. Until next time, trust me, being next time, probably even tomorrow if you're ranking every single NXT Women's Champions of all time. Until next time, peace, love, and take care. I love you all big time, to say the least.